Hey everybody. So if you didn't watch yesterday's video, I'd suggest watching that. I thought it was good. It kind of pertains to what I'm talking about here. But would you like to be free of a lot of your stress and anxiety? Well, I know a lot of stress and anxiety comes from a lot of people I'm living with or working with, or just being around other people and or situations. And what I do is I make excuses. Now, that may sound weird. Anybody that knows me, hopefully you know I don't typically make excuses, and I don't really endorse making excuses, right? And I don't think you're going to find me making excuses for my behavior. I think everybody should own it. Own your actions, take ownership over it, and fix it if there's a problem. But when I say make excuses, I'm talking about making excuses for the other person. All right? So if you're frustrated with, your teacher, leadership, your boss, leadership of the school, your parents, your siblings, friends, whatever it may be, something that's bothering you. A technique that I learned a long time ago was I make excuses for them. So a simple example is like if you get cut off on the highway. You're driving, someone cuts you off, make an excuse for them. Instead of being mad because they violated your rights as a driver, try to imagine a situation in which that would be okay. Maybe they have an emergency. They're rushing to the hospital. Maybe they are a policeman or a fireman or a doctor on call, and they have to get to an emergency immediately. Now, chances are they were just being a jerk. But when you make an excuse for that other person, what it does is it frees you of bearing the load of that violation, right? Your rights were somehow violated or infringed upon, or you felt they were. And now you don't have to hold a grudge or be mad at that person. It's kind of okay that they did it because you've made an excuse for them, right? You've created a scenario in your mind where it's not so big a deal. Imagine trying to put yourself in their shoes and what could be going on in your life that would make those actions okay, right? So, maybe your teacher doesn't get back to you right away. Maybe your teacher has 4 kids and is chasing them around all day and can barely keep track of them, right? Or maybe they were up all night with a newborn. Or maybe they have a sick relative. Or maybe they have to go buy food and bring it to their elderly parents. Or there's a million ways to come up with excuses. And even if they don't deserve it, when you do that, it frees you of having to bear the burden of the offense. There's no longer an offense because you've excused it because there's a legitimate reason. Now, chances are there's not necessarily a good reason. A lot of times there may not be. A lot of times there may be. There's a lot of stuff going on you don't know. But it takes the burden off of you. And it lets you live a much freer life. You don't have to be stressed out or feeling bad or angry or worked up about those things. Once you learn to let go of that because you've created that excuse in your mind, it's a tremendous feeling. I hope that made sense. I know it's kind of a weird idea. But if you can figure that out, it definitely removes a lot of anxiety and stress from your situation. I've gotten some good feedback on some of these videos, so I'll try to throw these out every few days or whatever. Usually make them right about now during recess when my kids are out running around in the middle of homeschooling them due to the whole weirdness. So you feel free to comment or don't, and I hope you guys are having a good day. Stay strong. We can do this. Take care, everybody.